Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to teach you how to beat stage 7 of this Hydra boss. Now the solution I'm going to pose is not the best solution out there. I do believe the best one is probably using Rhya for that kind of lot of buff and then one shot the boss. It's a lot easier, a lot cleaner, a lot quicker. But unfortunately if you are in a similar position to me where you save out all your summons for season 2 banner or for Julius banner etc, they unfortunately wouldn't have Rhya. And so what I'm going to show you today instead is how to actually beat this boss without requiring Rhya. Now, as a result of not using Rhya, this is not going to be a one-shot solution, and in fact, it does actually take quite a long time to beat it. It is on auto, so you can just leave it running in the background, but it does take a long time, which is why I'm going to show the clip at the end of the video if you do want to watch it for reference, but just be warned upfront, it is really slow and really long. Now, so the way to actually beat this boss is, first of all, if we actually understand the game mechanic for the boss. So for phase 1, basically what it's going to do is it's going to apply loads of damage over time, etc. And basically what you can do is you can simply bring season 2 Charming in order to, because she can recover damage over time. So basically this is what you do, and to be honest, the only other character you need is kind of Lotus to slow down the enemy. And basically with this, what you're able to do is, because basically season 2 Charming doesn't actually provide enough healing by herself. If you actually have LR2, which I think is kind of almost like minimum requirement for this to work, she would be able to heal your character every single time you take a turn. So therefore, if you actually have Lotus to slow down the enemy, what that basically means is also her skill 2, the one that can remove damage over time, has a 2-turn cooldown. If you're actually able to slow down the enemy boss, this effectively allows you to, every time when the enemy take 1 turn, you're able to take 2 turns, and therefore always able to remove damage over time. And also because you are doing twice as much actions, you are effectively able to heal more passively as well. So that's kind of the way you want to use phase 1. As for the 2 other characters, it doesn't really matter. As long as they can survive, it'll be fine, because once again, you provide healing every single time when one of your teammates take a turn. So as long as they can survive and therefore give you a turn for you to heal, that's going to be sufficient. The real MVP for phase 1 is literally just Lotus and also season 2 Charm. Now, as for phase 2, if we go back to the game mechanic, what you can see is for phase 2, first of all, it can give a barrier. It can also remove all debuff and give itself a debuff immunity, and also lots of speed up and also fortify. It can also annoyingly, I think, use special skill, which then slow you down and so essentially debuff you. So basically the way to counter this, and also one other game mechanic is that basically when they attack enemy with high HP, it do a lot less, but if they attack you and you're already low on HP, it's gonna do a lot more damage. So basically the main thing you want to do here is use mechanics such as barrier in order to make sure your HP is always high. Because if you just use a traditional healer without any barrier, if the enemy do actually damage you, you are already at low HP, and if they're able to then speed up and hit you again, you're kind of instantly dead. Whereas if you have barrier, you're able to take hits without actually affecting your HP threshold, and that's basically one way for you to mitigate the damage the enemy is able to do to you. So that's kind of why it's very important for you to have one barrier character, which is for me season 2 Noel, and also one healer for me is season 1 season 1 Mimosa. But you can replace this with potentially any other healer. Now, you also do want Summer Asta here, who hopefully you have meant to get for free during the summer event. I know it takes a lot of stamina, but for any free-to-plays, if you can trade stamina for guaranteed SSR, that's always a good deal, no matter how much stamina it costs. One SSR is like equivalent to at least 40 or 50 summon tickets. So it's just a still good trade-off at the end of the day. So hopefully you guys have farmed him. And basically the main game mechanics that he will be able to bring is that he is first of all able to remove all the debuff from your team, which is very important because this boss is gonna be able to apply loads of debuff to you. And then the second thing he can do is remove a buff. Although unfortunately, this boss does buff himself, but he also have debuff immunity, and I think his dispelling buff counts as a debuff immunity, so it doesn't actually work in theory. But yeah, you still want this Summer Aster in your team anyway, just for the ability to dispel the rest of your debuff. And Julius is mainly here just so that he's able to do damage. Now, because this boss is able to apply barrier to himself, it can't really out sustain because otherwise it would just be keep on hitting into the barrier. So you do need an actual DPS, and that's kind of why you do actually want Juniors on your team. Now, in terms of the auto setup, basically this is what you want to do. Special skill to slow down and then extend the debuff. Mars and Ghost can do whatever. Charmy just always try to heal, pretty much like that. Oh, actually, no, I think it should be like this. So you always try to use skill 2 first because that will remove the DOT. And then for phase 2, what you want to do is you want to set up like this. So Noel and Mimosa always prioritize barrier and healing. You want to use Aster skill 2 as much as possible to remove your own debuff, and then also use combined attack alongside with the juniors to do a bit more damage. And for juniors, you want to prioritize skill 2 first to remove the stamina gauge if the enemy does not have debuff immunity on, otherwise nuke it with special skill. So that's basically how you want to set up the auto.